Okay,
I think,
that's great.
yeah.
All right. So that'll be for the techniques. Do
Yes.
you have something else? Okay, all right. So thank you.
Yeah, we are
So
done.
yeah, so these are valuable information. Thank you so much. So now you've gotten the admission, you have your scholarship. It's time for visa. At
Okay.
the very beginning, you mentioned you tried at first and then you were denied, you know,
Yeah.
and you're going for the second time. So
Yeah.
how prepared were you for the interview? And once we just wanted to go through your experience, while preparing for the interview, what are some of the things or the practices you did? And also on the day of the interview, what ensued between you and then the viewer and what the final decision was.
Okay. So first of all, when you are admitted, the school issues you a document we call I-20.
I-20.
So you are given an I-20, you pay for what we call service fee. All these documents contain information about you that the visa officer also knows, because
Okay.
these are information that are made available to the visa officer. So
Mm,
information that you provided for to get the I-20, you should have the same or similar information to the interview that you show to the
to the
consular,
view.
the
Okay.
visa.
Yeah.
Then you proceed for your visa application. You have applied for your visa and you have your valid passport. You send you a document you should take with you: admission letter and school issued immigration document like the I-20, the CVs, and a proof of your financial support. Whether you have funding, send your funding, go to the interview, and also if your other supporting funding. If someone is supporting you, your mother, your dad, get a
Financial
support
statement.
letter which is written, financial statement written and signed, or a stamp. Um, then the visa application form, a visa receipt, academic document, and evidence of tie to your home country. These are the main
The requirement
stuff.
of the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then so mostly the visa officer focuses on your academic purpose, financial readiness, and the intention to comply with the immigration rule. These are the things. So
Mm,
prepare to be honest. Honesty is the key, very key. You look into the officer's eyes while they are asking you questions, because in a cultural sense, looking eyeball to eyeball is a sense of
means you are
confidence,
honest.
sense of
Yeah.
respect, and also truthfulness. These three
Mm,
things are key to them culturally. So you need to know that. Then comes to the questions.
mm.
Listen
Okay.
clearly.
I'm sorry. So before you come to the questions, right? So I want you to share your experience,
Okay.
right? How it went, and then afterwards, then we can provide this advice as to
Do
what they
you
have to
do
do.
you want me to go by my first and second interviews, or the only the successful one? Which one?
The second, because
Okay.
the first you said it didn't go well, right? And now you are
Yeah.
trying for the second time.
So the
How did
summary
you
of the
feel?
first the summary of the first is that I didn't
Yeah,
prepare. Like, it's like I didn't know how to
you were
answer the
new
questions
to
well.
the process.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
new
you
to the
didn't
process.
prepare.
So the
Mm,
second one, I that is where I started to read and to go to YouTube about
mm,
to see about how the interview are done. Then when I got in touch with some folks who were doing interviews
mock
on
interviews.
phone
Yeah,
WhatsApp groups and those
yeah.
kind of things. So I would join and go and listen to how they are interviewing people. But I'm the type who I like to do things.
By
So
yourself.
I watch, yes, I watch them, and always I am on it to see how they are questioning people and how they are answering. Then afterward, the review they give to them. Then I will do
Mm,
my in my room with my chair. So I'll
mm,
do position like how,
yeah.
yeah, my chair like that. But there was one guy who contacted me. He said, like, I've been seeing you. Why is it that you? I said, yeah. Then I don't know. The guy was like, I will interview you personally. Okay, and I was like, okay. So a guy interviewed me on a personal terms. I don't know the guy. As of now, I don't know him. I don't know where
Oh,
he is.
really?
Yeah. Then he interviewed me. He's like, wow, this is excellent thing that you've done.
You're
I think
prepared.
you are good to go. I don't. I don't just have any other thing to say to you. You are well prepared.
Sorry.
So what I'll say is, as a result of getting myself exposed to all these processes about the background thing, how to prepare well, YouTube is there to give you a lot of interview
Mm-hmm.
procedures and the guidelines, and also how to really position yourself when you get there. Don't be shy. Take your time to talk on a level like they are not there to score your English, how you are speaking English. You don't go and rattle English as if you are the
Some people
echo
go
type of
there
thing.
and they want to
It's
speak
slang
slang. Yeah.
no, that's not the important thing. Now, what we say is that the importance of language is communication.
Mm.
And if you are able to give the essentials, the essence of communication to is a message. You
Yeah.
are telling someone somebody something. So your ability to let them get the message, to put your message across is what we
That's
call
key.
that you are a good communicator,
Yep.
but not that you are able to speak English. How
Mm.
about those the deaf and dumb? They are able to communicate to us, but they don't
Yep.
speak language.
Yeah.
They have that
That's
language that
true.
they speak, that we are not speaking their language, but we are able to understand them.
Yeah.
That is what we call communication. So take your time to speak on a good level that they will hear what you are saying.
Mm.
Our accent is heavy to them. So when you are speaking, don't rush. Be able to speak on a good level, normal communication level.
Like
Now,
be
one key
yourself.
thing, yeah,
Like be
be yourself.
yourself.
One thing that is very frustrating, people get confused, is that when you go there, the visa area is like a banking hall. When the teller
Mm.
calls you, you are here, you hear what the interaction they are dealing
Yep.
with the teller. The
Whatever is
same,
going on, yeah, with other people.
yes. And so
Mm.
you hear the communication, you hear how that person is dealing with the consular. And so
Yeah.
if they are denied, you kind of you
Pressure.
get shocked. It put
Yeah.
pressure on you. So when I went, I looked at them like about some 5 or 6 minutes. Then I stopped.
Mm.
I was focused on what the message I'm going to
The
say,
message you want to convey.
because
Yeah.
I am that type of person who easily get distracted. So I don't go to the library. Me, I don't go to libraries that often. My room is
Yeah.
my thing, because any small thing that you do, you distract me.
Distracting. Mm.
So I was there quietly and then contemplating on like what I'll be saying, my message. That's my type. So don't go there and then focus on what how they are denying people or accepting people. That will frustrate you and put pressure
Will
on due pressure.
distract you. Yeah.
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 Think about
Yeah.
yourself and think about what you are going to tell the officer. That's it. And you go there with an open mind, have enough sleep, get enough sleep on the day before, and make sure that you have arranged all your documents well.
In
Ensure that
order.
all your documents, those that need to be signed. One thing people also forget is about the sign of their I-20.
20. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
most people forget. So you know what I did? Because of my forgetful nature, I signed my um the very month. So mine was like if I would go on 29th, mine was signed on the 2nd of that month. Because I knew
Yeah.
if I don't
You
do
don't
it,
want to forget.
I may
Yeah.
forget. Yes.
Mhm.
And what I did was that when I was signing it on the 2nd, I put the signature, like the date of the signing, as 15th.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can say that maybe you sign it on 20th because you go
Yeah.
for the interview on 21st, even though I am
Yeah.
signing it on the 2nd, but I
Yeah.
put the date as
The date.
20th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so. So ideally, when you are very full, you are confident about yourself, you see that things are, and you need constant practice, because the interview does not take long, about 2 to 3 minutes. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have enough time to tell about a lot of things. So
Yeah.
practice in your room with some colleagues. Get to know those who are doing those mock practices and join.
Yeah.
If you are my type, you want to join and be the lay back and listening and watching
Listen.
how they are doing it, and it worked well. So that was the success came from different angles. The exposure that I got later on is what did the magic. And also my funding was also fully funded. So it's like
That's a
mostly a lot of
plus.
things also hinges on your funding. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in this time, this very time. If you don't have full funding, I am not saying a zero absence that you will not be given. Granted,
Mhm.
no, that's what I'm saying. But
But the
it's
chances are slim.
yes, the
Yeah.
chances are slim. I should be frank. So
Yeah.
get to know
I
a
remember.
program that will have given you funding.
Yeah, I remember when I was preparing for mine. There was one statement. Even now, I'm sure many people they still hear the statement that the government they don't want you to become a burden to them. That is why key importance is on the your finances because they don't want you to come here and then become stranded, right? And there is one thing I want to ask you a question about during the process, right? When I was preparing for mine, I realized there's a difference in knowing what to say in your mind and speaking it out, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So can you lay emphasis on that, or can you explain why it is important while preparing for the mock interview to be speaking out loud instead of just thinking of what you want to say?
Yeah, this is psychology. The psychology of public speaking. I will not put myself as a public speaking specialist, but I have read about them.
Mm,
Things you have in mind when you are putting them out, they are different.
different. Yeah.
That is the psychology of the human person.
Mm,
So it's just this is the same way like how you will prepare for exam. You think you have but as soon as when I put the pen on it to write, like I didn't know what I was writing, but I learned it. It's the
yeah.
same way. So that is why when you are learning, try to write the things you have
Write it
learned
down.
down to see if you can really put the things out there, put the message across. The same way, let's translate that knowledge to the interview. That
Mm,
when you only read and watch without you yourself practicing and saying things
practice it.
aloud. You know what is funny about me, eh?
Uh-huh.
People think that I am very good, I am audible, I'm very good, like communicator, I'm public speaking. But when I was at UCC, NAS, it's even the Adventist Student Fellowship.
Yeah.
But because I knew I was the communication director, I would go out front and do announcements and do those things. Ha! Every Friday, I put table in front of me to to practice with my
Practice
table.
them. Yeah,
Then I'll
practice.
be like, Maranatha. Then when I finish, I laugh and laugh as if I'm laughing. Then I will laugh out loud. My landlord will be like, "Fine, Wati, is everything okay there?" That is,
Mm,
and it has become part of me. Even as at now, currently, I am the graduate student representative here at the University of Georgia. I
yeah.
go, I talk a lot because I rep the graduate student folks at a lot of committees.
Mm,
When we go for committees, I talk, I speak. Sometimes you are advocating for students and other things. You need to speak. When we go for conferences, you are going to, give research. You are going to speak about your
presentations
research
and all that.
presentation. All those things we practice. I practice them in my room because you never get that. You never get to see that. You think that you are beyond that. In
Yeah.
everything, those who come to do newscasting, they practice a lot before coming to
Mm,
stand in the screen. So the trick is that is the human nature, the psychology of our personality about what we perceive or what we have in mind, as against putting it out there. So you need to practice to really see that the message here is what you are putting out, because
out. Yeah.
sometimes even the brain go faster than your mouth or your lips,
Yeah.
or your lips get ahead of your brain. If
Mm,
you don't take care, if they don't connect well, you get stuck. That's
yeah.
why those who do the chew and pour, whenever they get
The
a little
one bit.
block,
Yeah. That's it. Everything is
that's it.
gone. Yeah.
So that is the essence of the what is in your we have practiced in your mind, as against how you put it
Put it
out
out.
there. So practice, put a table and chair before you, speak like you are speaking to the me. I laugh at myself, always I'm laughing
Mhm.
because I put the papers in my room and books as if human beings. I'm speaking to them when I'm going for job interviews and everything. I speak to people. That's how I do it, and
mm,
naturally, it has become part of me. There's no space that you give me to speak that will say I am just a shit or I'm no. It's as at now at this point of my life, no. But I think that it is not as if that I stood up to say that I can speak anywhere at any
mm,
gathering. But I practice it gradually. It
right.
has become part of me. I assume the nature of people I'm going to meet. Okay, and I use my this thing there as a, so how do you tilt your your head or your tongue or even that side of corner if it's public, but this time you are going to speak to the consular who is behind that cage and you are
Yeah,
speaking through that hole.
yeah.
Speak enough that they will be able to hear.
They can hear. Yeah,
They can
yeah.
hear
So
you.
I wanna say something here. So I remember there is this guy. Um, I had my interview at Abidjan. Yeah, I traveled to
Okay,
Abidjan for my interview.
okay,
So
okay,
he faced the VO, and then the VO asked him a question. Unfortunately, he didn't hear, right? So
mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the importance of being paying attention, right, and speaking out loud. So he didn't hear, but he assumed the question instead of asking the view.
Okay,
So one thing I want to put out is it is very important to pay attention, to be attentive,
yes,
because like you said, there's a glass and then there's a small hole, right?
mm,
That's where the speaking and then the listening is gonna be done.
yes.
So he assumed the question, he answered it how he thought
He
was
thought,
asked.
yes,
And
yes,
unfortunately, it was a wrong answer. So he
yeah.
got denied. Yeah.
I see. That's exactly how it works. So practice it and see the person who is speaking to you. Me, when I was going to the view, this is my assumption. I assume the view as my elderly friend, whom I give a respect, but I am not shy.
Yeah.
So
Great.
I'm having a conversation with my elderly friend in a natural way. I
Mm,
respect them with a good face, but I will not say I am shy of the person.
right.
That's
Mm,
that's the, that's a, me. I assume personalities. That's exactly what I do. So look at, okay, I'm going to speak to this person. Okay, I can speak naturally. Naturality and confidence in your speech and telling them be straightforward about things. Don't speak too much nor too
mm,
short.
mm.
It should be within certain
Great. Great.
mileage.
Yeah, thank you very much. So now, fast forward, we will say Abuchi is as at the beginning you said you never even thought this could be a possibility, right? And now, by God's grace, you are here. So the moment you got to the United States, how was the feeling? Or even the moment you opened up plane, how was the feeling? And then when you got to the States, how was it feeling like? Now you're here.
Yeah. So as soon as I got to my flight, I was like, God has done it. So I got my visa on Thursday. Had to rush back to go to NG to put in my resignation letter, and then drive all the way back to Marcy again to prepare and leave because Thursday was where I got my visa, and then
Hmm.
they sent me the message on Friday night that my no, I think Saturday morning that my this thing is ready for pickup. So
Okay,
I
that
did
is
not pick my
passport.
my
Mm.
passport until the very day that I was flying.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that was risky. I wouldn't do that. No.
you are right. But I did not have time because my school had already gotten into a month of the program of class.
Mm.
So I came to the interview on Thursday.
You were already
Then
late.
yes,
Mm.
I got my the message on Saturday. So I can't come back and get it.
To apply for that.
And
Yeah.
then before I go to Kumasi and prepare, it was a whole lot. And I didn't have
Mm.
a ready money there to go. So as soon as they said they could grant me the the
The
visa.
visa.
That was where I was coming to seek for money for flight, to book for flight, and
That's a
all those
lot.
things. So it
Yeah.
was, I worked within the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was in flight.
Wow. That was back to back.
Yes. So I didn't have time. That's why it had to be what it went.
Okay.
But on the
Mm,
normal circumstance, if you have the luxury of time, you will have to get time, get to
yeah.
know your this thing, your letter. So I went to Wednesday that I was flying out was when I went to for my visa, my passport, early morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I set out early dawn of Wednesday, and then to Accra, to the place to get my visa, and then head to the airport. That was why I got to the flight, and I'm like, okay, oh, you have done it. I go to the um I pass I think where Newark. Where's Newark? Brussels.
Wow.
Brussels
Yeah.
is Belgium.
Brussels is Belgium. Yeah.
Yeah. So from Belgium to, I think from Belgium, then I New Jersey.
Okay. So that was your first point of entry.
Yeah.
That place, that term, first point of entry. So that's the first state, right? You arrive, from, let's say, from Ghana, and
Yeah.
that's where the immigration process, checkpoints and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
I've heard stories. That place, if you don't take care, you go back. So when you
Yeah.
got there, how was the feeling? And can you tell us two or three questions you were asked? Yeah. And how was the experience there when you
So
met the immigration?
that place is too is just like the visa interview again. It's like you are repeating the visa interview. So don't
Mm,
forget the responses you gave at
responses
the
you
visa interview
gave,
because
yeah.
yeah, okay, where are you going? What program? I think these were the things. Okay, what's your program? How many years do you have? What did you bring with you? Those kind of things. Yeah. And get to know the current immigration status of things you are supposed to bring and what you are not supposed. Because you may bring a lot of things that previously were allowed, but currently are not allowed. But you can't bring it.
But
Like a lot of things, and they will throw all of them away. So get
yeah,
to know what you are required or you are allowed legally to bring with you,
bring.
and what you are
Mm,
not allowed legally to bring with you. This is a time that we need to like people need to be very cautious about immigration stuff because if you mess up with the system, you are not jeopardizing only yourself, but you are jeopardizing the chances of other people that are coming. So I always take the opportunity to caution people about how they shouldn't try to circumvent anything. They should try to live within
be
what the
be law
state
abiding.
laws are required, the
Yeah.
immigration protocols that are you need to follow. Don't go
Mm,
and be like you are the man there. Be respectful and be attentive to the airport instructions.
mm,
Watch the red signals to see where you are going and see your itinerary to see where you are supposed to go. If gate C, get to know gate C, and also connect your this thing to your whether your phone number or put your phone on routing so that you'll be able to get messages because sometimes
mm.
the gates the gates are changed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'll be
Yeah. Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
found one thing.
Instant
I
changes.
remember I
Yeah.
went to sit at one gate just about some 5 minutes to the flight for them to board. Then I realized it has been changed. Then I had
Mm.
sat there for almost 2 hours.
Oh man.
My lucky was that they were on the same stretch like that, even though
Oh, then
when
you
I
were
am here, you
lucky.
sit
Yeah.
far there. So I had to run to that place.
London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Imagine it was
how
at a different place,
a
then yeah,
different
you'd have
place.
missed
Yes.
your flight.
So I've encountered a change of gauge several times
Mm,
recently. But when I was coming back, it was like, yes, the first point of entry is where you are entering the United States. The first place that
mm,
you say that I have entered the land of the United States. There too, that's where we say that the immigration, you'll be asked questions, what you brought with you, you'll be asked about your program of study. Don't go and be talking rubbish. Talk again, like tell them, the officer, of the
mm,
program that you are coming to study, which school, where you are going to sleep. They'll be asking some addresses. Yes. So
Yeah.
this is where the consular will ask of your place of stay, those kind of things, and what money you brought with you. All those things are important to tell the consular officer. I came here and I entered the airport. One funny thing that happened to me. I entered the airport and I quickly ran back inside. I mean, I got out of the airport. I landed the Indiana airport. I I was coming out to get a Uber to my
Okay. Yeah,
to
your
Terre
school.
Haute,
Yeah.
my school. Then I quickly entered the airport again. The weather, the coldness of the weather.
Oh, so meaning you came during the winter season.
August,
Oh
but
no, I guess yeah, I guess it's yeah.
but
I guess it's still
it was
summer.
very
Yeah.
cold in Indiana as at my time. Yeah, even though it was the sun was very bright like that, and I thought it
Yeah.
was, oh, okay, normal. Then I came out and I'm like, oh, what is this? Then I got back inside. It was funny. Then later I remember and I laugh about myself. Some of the realities, like you see that cultural adjustment, because you don't really understand the system properly,
Yeah.
try to get to adjust, get to know people around, to take you to places where what attire you need to wear, those shoes and socks that are important. Sometimes you feel occasional homesick. I mean, but
Yeah.
you kind of thinking that the Africanness in you will not give you the opportunity to even have that homesick, but they are all part of it. Other side of it, like balancing academics, work restrictions, and finances, those kind of things are realities that will dawn on you because you really kind of face it. They are real. Not everyone will face it. That's why you don't have to compare your situation with people. Some people
Other
have
people.
a good funding and
Yeah.
they will not feel the heat that you are feeling. Sometimes when you are sharing your story, they will think that you are the only one who says it, and
Mhm.
they will be feeling like everything is all right within the system. But that's not, there's no heaven. There's like human society that you face
Okay.
all
So
of the challenges.
I have a question here. With respect to academics, when we were kids, there was this notion that Aberchede, even if you are in Ghana, no one born cry. The moment you come to the States, you'll be first in class. Now, I want us to talk about your experience, the education experience. Is that notion true? Now, how difficult or easy is US educational standard as compared to Ghana?
So, I mean, that's a misconception. No, that's not true. I was not the first in my class
Mm,
at my master's level. I was in the first.
mm,
So that's not true. I will not say I was up there with, if you are taking first two, I'll be among the first two. Even
mm.
at some point, if if all things being equal, I can be first. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to understand how the thing work here, because
Mm-hmm.
we are coming from different system where we are
Yeah.
more of like the chill poor and forget those kind of things, and the emphasis is not really about. But here you are, they are asking you to reflect, and reflection, right, about the experiences you are and adapting to the different teaching and communication style. How the teaching is like here, the teaching is just like go to class, group you, the lecturer talks for some short time. Okay, then you do group thing. You are going to talk in groups and you come back to tell about what you read. Then you talk. And one thing that is also important to mention is about this, how the system here is structured academically.
Mm.
Because when school reopens, you know all your assignments you are doing from day one till the end of the
End of the
semester.
semester.
You know
Yeah.
all the readings that you need to do. All readings are tailored to each topic. So this week's topic, you are reading this book with these pages or these chapters of these books or these articles. They are showing you where you need to download the articles, where you get them. Those that you have to buy personally. they will tell you where you need to buy them from. If you are to get them from a library, some libraries borrow from other libraries. So interlibrary,
At the
those
very
kind of things
beginning,
are
they
there
make all the information available.
available to you.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have a reason to fail unless maybe sickness or something serious happens to you. But the lack of I didn't know is not there because you have been given already.
Yeah. And
So
assignments and their deadlines. Yeah.
exactly. So assignment and deadlines, you know all of them from day one when the timetables are made available to you, where you are to submit, what assignment you are to submit. There are some of them too. You have to send online. It will be like online chat. Then you respond to some colleagues' own. All these things are you need to get to know them. Seek to know what you don't understand. Ask
Yes.
here, if information are with people, if you don't ask, you will not know. It's not everything that
Mm,
everyone knows, but it's about asking. Ask your professor. You don't understand it, how you're going about it. Some professors even tell you, okay, tell you to go to this person. They will come. Like
I,
that is the nature of things here. It is not as if that learning here is cheap. It is not cheap at all. Not at all, at all, at all, brother. You know what we
wow.
are going through. You just say, you will not sleep. You are always doing assignment until the semester end. You are always reading
Exactly.
until the semester end. That's not
Yeah.
our side. And every assignment, every exercise counts. Every
Mm-hmm.
contribution, you need to make contribution in class. If you are able to make contribution, if you'll be able to make contribution, it also add to your marks,
Your grades. Yeah.
your
Yeah.
point, your
Yeah.
grades. And also, if you'll be able to make contribution, you need to read the materials.
Yeah.
If not, you'll be seen as a dumb person. So you need to be very, very active.
Okay.
Go to
So
class and contribute.
yeah.
That's
So
also.
one main question I have, and I know it's something that's very difficult for other people, how to find accommodation. So how did you find your accommodation? And what would be the short advice you give to people?
So mostly, the moment you get your visa,
Hmm.
get in touch with your one DSO, your immigration or your international student officer.
Yep.
Get in touch with them to connect you with maybe African students or international students because you need accommodation. Just get in touch with them. When they connect you with those people, that's where you because you don't know the system.
Hmm.
Sometimes the immigration officers or the international student office will give you some accommodation that will be expensive for you,
Yep.
that your funding will not be able to, if you pay that, your funding, you will not get anything again to
Yeah.
survive on, to live on. So get through with people. It's almost like almost every university in the United States, there are Africans or there are
Absolutely.
Ghanaians or Nigerians
Yeah.
everywhere. So
Hmm.
get to know, connect with your colleagues so that they can make some arrangement for you. Me, my first at Indiana State, I was like my assistantship was in housing, so I didn't have to
I have
go
to
get
rent.
accommodation.
Okay.
But when I got to the point of getting a accommodation here at University of Georgia, I talked to some colleagues, some Adventist guy that I got to know through LinkedIn. He is from Kenya,
Okay.
and there are African graduate students forum here at University of Georgia. There are almost African Students Association in almost every institution that you find
Mhm.
yourself, and there are some Ghanaians associations. So get to know the associations that you can connect with to get accommodation, because you yourself you don't know the system. Connect with people; they are able to go into like they will be able to help you through that system. Accommodation issue is very, very important to secure so that you'll be able to have a comfortable way. Sometimes you need to fill some documentation. Who to sign for you is even
Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah.
So when you get to know those who are already in the system, they will be able to help you to make these signages and those kind of things are
Okay. So
essential to do.
many people have this notion. The moment I get to the States, I'm rich. Like, for instance, even when somebody gets admission in their minds, oh, may go US, then they start making promises to their family members, to their friends. Oh, because I'm sending Muska and all that. It's because, we don't really know the realities here. Now, I want us to talk about employment. How easy or difficult uh, is it for an international student to get a job? And what is the maximum number of hours as international students you can do for a job?
Okay. So international students, you are entitled to work or legally allowed to work for 20 hours. And mostly all these hours should be attached to your program, and especially on campuses, unless your
Campus.
program has a liaison with another industry outside of campus. And that one,
Mm,
there's a link. And so maybe that office is funding you and those kind of things. Those are essential. So you are allowed to work on campus, or you are allowed to work for only 20 hours. And this should be tied to your program of study or your education, not necessarily any work. Any other things are illegal. All arrangements should be it should be mandated by your school, and what legal immigration status permits you. That's what you are supposed to do. Any
is
other
it
things,
easy to
uh,
get a job?
as a student,
Yes.
no, getting the job. Where are you going to get the job? The first place, as a student, the job that you get is your funding, your assistantship. But so if
Mm,
that's what you are asking me, it is not easy. The funding, even the assistantship, is not that easy. You need to fight for it. Like you are fighting with the domestic students, or you are competing with domestic students and other international students from other continents. Look at the
mm,
countries in the world. Almost
yeah.
everyone is competing for the same thing. So it is you to be up on the game, okay, to be
Mm,
show that you have the potential. So it's not easy. It's not on a silver platter. And again, let me say that money. The dollars are not on trees that they are
yeah.
falling like a Christmas tree. No, that's not it. It is a misconception or perception that people have. But that's when you come here, the reality will dawn on you that you need to work, and be smart to adjust yourself to the system to an appreciable term that you need constant perseverance to prove yourself good, okay, and being accountable, be responsible for all the things you do. Make sure that you don't bend the rules, because by the time you bend the rules, you are being watched. You don't
It
know.
will come to affect you. Yeah.
Yes,
It will come to
they will definitely come to affect you.
yeah.
So obey the immigration regulations and school instructions, because you are here as a student, not here as a worker. There are those
Yep.
who comes here to work and they have their different visa status. You are here on the F1 or M or J or whatever as a student. Once you
Yep.
have a status as a student, as international student, you are committed to regulations that you are supposed to obey, working for
Okay.
20 hours, and also should be what the school has given you or has assigned you, not what you think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want to thank you so much. So we are getting to the end of this interview. You've shared a lot of valuable information, and I want to really thank you so much. So while we end, do you have any advice, for anybody out there who is planning on, pursuing this dream? What are you gonna, tell them? Because like I said, some people think this thing, the Sikafon Kwana, no, they have the chance. So,
No.
and for whatever we've discussed today, no, what advice will you give to people or more person who started the process?
First of all, I should say that if you want to come here through education, the educational experience here in the United States demands critical thinking and discussions. You need to be ready for that. Research, presentations, and group work. You need to be ready for that, because some people want to be working by themselves. That's not the education system in the United States. You need to have close interaction with professors, always
Mm,
constant interaction of what things you are not familiar with or what things you need to do. Have a practical and real world application of theories. That's the education experience here in the United States. So you are encouraged to ask questions, contribute, and collaborate. So be prepared. Bring yourself to the table. Like all this that I'm telling you, start to practice them in the Ghanaian system. Ask questions. Get close to your professors. Get to know what they like, how they want their work to be done. It's the same
mm,
here. Sometimes you have to express your ideas and those kind of things. So whilst you are trying to apply all that you work, and they are trying to build your teamwork spirit, your
yeah,
critical thinking, how you discuss things as a your collaboration, and your leadership skills are important. Your the essence of communication, all those are important. And also be ready for multicultural communities, be able to have interaction with other. So
that,
here
yeah,
is multicultural system, but back there to try to also assimilate yourself with other ethnic groups and tribes, get to know them and interact with them.
mm,
And the other things too is that you have access to academic and professional and personal development resources here. You will get them. So even though they may be lacking there, but try as much as possible to go a length of where you get these things. Now, some of the most important things that you need to bring is your preparedness. Be ready to do the unthinkable, and
mm.
also be open minded about things. Don't be too emotional about everything, because they say
Yeah.
this, he say that perception of racism, everything is real, but they
You
happen in
have
different
a
ways.
strong body, like a
Yes,
strong, yeah,
yes. It's not as if you come here and everything is hard. You meet different kind of people, and don't forget about the community of people that you meet. Every group that you go have that kind of association and personal interaction. Build yourself, engage more in volunteering services, build your academic experiences academically, make the good grades, and also engage. It's not that you are always in your room, you are just reading and go and write. You say, oh, akwa,
until so,
but kasa kura
yeah,
kasa. You
yeah,
see that kind of
yeah,
thing. Learn to do presentations, learn to ask questions, learn to have interaction with other people whilst you are making your grades. Take some leadership position, build your resume, build your CV, engage and ask questions about things you don't understand, so that people will expose you to the things you don't know. I think these are some of the crucial things that you need to do, and build rapport with professors, so that when you need those kind of recommendation, they will do it quick and nice for you.
wow. So, thank you very much, Mr. Boakye. I really appreciate every bit of your time and then the valuable information you've shared with us today. So, what we can say is, may God be with you, whatever your aspirations are, and whatever you're doing here. We pray that by God's grace you'll be successful. So, yeah, we want to thank you again for your time. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I
at the
appreciate
right
that.
time, we would definitely bring you back again so we can talk about a lot of issues. Yeah,
Of
thank you
course,
so
I
much.
mean, always readily available whenever you need me. Serving is one of my hobbies. I'm going at your service. Yes, sir.
Great. All right. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
for
much.
bringing
So,
me to.
talk to
Yeah,
you. All right.
sure.
Thank you. All right, friends. So you heard Ebenezer Boache. Yeah, he's really provided a lot of valuable information. Now, I want to summarize some of the things he mentioned, which I believe is very much important. And that is, if you're planning to embark on this journey, start early. So don't wait till you've completed school, you're done with your national service, and now you're thinking of um, applying for school. If it is something you think you want to do while you are in school, start thinking about it. Find people that are already there, I mean already here, people that has already gone through the process, and then start talking to them. When you prepare early, trust me, that is really going to help you. And also, while thinking about it at an early stage, make sure you prepare all the necessary documents, even if you've not completed school yet. Still get all the documents there, those that are available, and you can get, for instance, your passport. Very important. Get those documents. And yes, once more. This journey or this pursuit, right, is available for everybody. But one thing you have to note is it takes time. You have to stay committed. You have to sacrifice a lot of time. If you don't have time, trust me, you can't do this. But make sure you have a lot enough time to go through this, and trust me, it is possible. So this has been Andy Tech Cyber channel. I mean the show entitled International Student Diary. So from time to time, we'll be inviting other students that has similar experiences for them to share, so that we can get valuable information from that. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, share. If you know anybody who wants to embark on this dream, please share. The information we will be sharing here will be valuable enough to help them. So thank you very much, and then God bless you. Talk to you later. Bye.